So I was sitting out here minding my own beeswax, as it were, and I was testing out a new lens for a camera. So I was taking pictures of, my rose bush and the infestation of Japanese beetles that it has, and I was taking pictures of turkeys in the yard and things, and I looked over and I heard buzzing on the side of my house. So I said to myself, what is that noise? And I looked over, and coming and going, hundreds and hundreds of yellow jackets. Seemed like hundreds, probably 20, 30 at a time, but a lot. They were taking up residence. So I figured I had to do something. I did not want to get stung. I decided to take an approach where if it took several days rather than getting stung trying to wipe them out all at once, then I would take the slow approach. And I wound up sort of in the middle somewhere, I think, in terms of how long it took. Once I got started, it took 3 or 4 days. But that was with some missteps, and I'll let you not do those missteps. I'm going to tell you what worked and what didn't work so you can skip those. First thing I tried was permethrin, which is this stuff. Ordered it online, it came, I mixed it to, it's got a built-in mixer. I mixed it to what the directions said, put it in my sprayer with water, and sprayed around the whole house. And when I saw the wasps, went out and sprayed around that area too. I waited for the yellow jackets to die or move on, and exactly nothing happened. They laughed that off. So then I went and bought this stuff. Delta dust. Supposed to be a miracle dust. And a duster, old-fashioned duster with the tank. This old-fashioned duster. Just like in the cartoons. The Delta dust, I went around with the sprayer, and I got up. I waited until an hour and a half after sundown, which you're supposed to do when they won't come out, unless you shine too much light and they can get a sense of space and come out and fly around and sting you. I went out in darkness with a tiny flashlight, put it off to the side, and got up in there with the sprayer with the Delta dust. I got up, I went outside, thinking, well, every video I see where they use Delta dust, a miracle happens and they're all gone. Didn't happen for me. And the reason I'm telling you that I'm in Minnesota, in the Twin Cities area, is because I understand regionally yellow jackets will get a certain amount of immunity in the community if everyone's using the same product. And I know that the exterminator that I had used Delta dust all over the outside of my house. That was his go-to. And that's why I decided to just start doing pest control myself. And set the shop vac up at night so I could get it right up in there without getting stung. I really, really did not want to get stung. Famous last words. And had it ready to go the next morning. Now this is just to keep, it's been raining, so I wanted to keep this bag covering the motor off from getting wet. So I came out about an hour and a half after sundown, aimed it right up in the crook there, and just ready for the next day when they were stirring. And about 2 in the afternoon, when it was sort of the height of their day, coming and going, I turned on the shop vac and let it run for about an hour and a half continuously. And they would come and go, and they could think that they could land there and then crawl up into the nest, and they get sucked down the tube. And that happened for an hour and a half. And I think that seriously depleted their numbers, that made their nest just vulnerable. And then the next day, I still saw yellow jackets coming and going. The vacuum didn't get them all. It got hundreds of them. And their numbers were seriously depleted. And that night, what worked in our duster in the Twin Cities area population. Tempo dust. Same sort of consistency. Delta dust is supposed to excel at being waterproof. That's that one. And hanging around after you spray it for stragglers and things. But it didn't work. And I would see yellow jackets come out of the nest, fall right into, you saw how much I sprayed, fall right into the dust, come up white, and fly away unaffected. And I saw this, dozens of times. And the nest was still thriving. So, tempo dust. Put the tempo dust up there, put on my bee suit one night, went out an hour and a half after sundown, put on my bee suit, and sprayed up in there really good. The next day, I was ready to run the vacuum again, figuring I was going to have to do successive attacks. The next day, not one yellow jacket was left. Delta dust might work great for someone in some other area, but here they laughed it off. Permethrin, they laughed it off. Tempo dust wipes them out once they were depleted in numbers, and possibly would have been fine without the vacuum, but I wanted to get rid of them quickly. I have a kid. I am allergic to everything under the sun. Didn't want to get stung and find out, so I decided to be very methodical, let it take days if necessary, but not too many days, and just wiped them out as quickly as I could. And that's what worked. Unfortunately, I don't think it's available in California, New York, or Connecticut. It's one of those controlled enough substances where, so wear breathing protection. I wore breathing protection and eye protection underneath the bee suit, and get it up in there really good, but protect yourself. You don't want to poison yourself just because you have a nest that's going to be gone in winter anyway. So now that it's gone, I'm waiting a few days to see if there's another wave in there hatching and coming out, but I think there's enough dust up in there that even if that happens, they'll just get killed. So I think it's taken care of at this point. It's been days, haven't seen a single guy come out of there. As far as I can tell, the last few days, this is a dead nest. It ought to be dead with everything we've been through.